Are you looking for a small premium crossover vehicle at an affordable price? Well, there's good news. This year, Lexus has introduced the new NX and Mercedes-Benz the new GLA. Both offer you a more affordable entry into the brand's crossover vehicles, but the question is, are they any good?
To find out, and to see which one is a better take on small and premium, we've gathered the NX200t F-Sport and the GLA250 4MATIC for a head-to-head comparison.
At first glance, these two vehicles may not seem like direct competitors. The NX is nearly 9 inches longer than the GLA and is more of a compact crossover compared to the GLA, which is more of a subcompact crossover. But both companies are going after the same customer, and in almost every other regard they match up really closely, and they are getting cross-shopped. As tested, these two premium crossovers come nearly identically equipped, and they're separated by less than $100, both coming in at just over 45 grand. More importantly, both can be had for a lot less money, giving you a new low entry point to get into a Lexus or Mercedes-Benz utility vehicle. We're not sure which one looks better, and neither vehicle is going to be walking the runway in Milan anytime soon. I prefer the restrained looks of the GLA, while Sammy likes the funky, in-your-face looks of the NX F-Sport.
2-liter turbocharged engines seem to be the norm in the compact crossover segment, and that's exactly what we have here today. Both of these cars make 258 pound-feet of torque, while the Lexus has a distinct power advantage, making 235 horsepower compared to the Mercedes 208. Now, despite that power advantage, both of these cars are expected to do the sprint from 0 to 60 in about 7 seconds. The GLA manages that by being lighter and having an extra gear in its transmission. But despite what the numbers say, the NX200t definitely feels faster. The power delivery is smooth and robust, and it never feels like this car is struggling to get anywhere. Just one poke of the accelerator on the highway and you'll get up to speed in no time. The GLA, on the other hand, feels a little bit sluggish, especially off the line, where its transmission feels really jerky. But once you get up to speed in the GLA, power delivery isn't that big of an issue because the transmission really does change gears quite quickly. With less power, a lighter curb weight, and an extra gear in its transmission, we expected the GLA to be more fuel efficient than the NX. But it absolutely destroyed it in terms of real-world fuel economy. In fact, we saw it get 29.3 miles per gallon compared to the Lexus's 24.3 miles per gallon, making this category a tie.
And you're not gonna like this, but there's another area where we can't pick a clear-cut winner: ride and handling. Both these vehicles are set up with very different missions in life, and it comes down to a matter of personal preference, not right or wrong. As much as the GLA tries to be a crossover, it's really a slightly taller hatchback. It's nimble, and with a lower curb weight and smaller footprint, is much easier to drive around the city. In fact, it's so car-like, we find a lot of the same qualities in the GLA that we found in the GLA250 sedan. In contrast, the NX drives a lot like a crossover. Now, it's not some big, unwieldy vehicle to control, but it does have a larger, heavier, more planted feel to it. Sammy probably summed it up best when he said it's a properly scaled down Lexus RX 350. And in case you're wondering, when it comes to cabin noise, both vehicles are about the same and are more than acceptable for the luxurious badges they wear on their trunks.
Okay, no more ties. When it comes to comfort and space, the Lexus NX200t is clearly the winner. Not only does it have a softer suspension setup, but it also has far more space. In fact, the rear seats are so comfortable and can recline, allowing for proper lounging. In comparison, the GLA seats feel really low, and the seat back is really upright, making it kind of uncomfortable, especially with the lesser headroom and the lack of rear legroom. But the biggest surprise came with the cargo capacity of these two cars. With the seats up, both of them seem very close. The Lexus has a higher load floor and doesn't seem all that deep. In comparison, the GLA has a far more accessible rear opening. But once you drop those rear seats, the NX clearly has more space, giving it the win when it comes to cargo and comfort.
The Lexus may win on comfort, but when it comes to functionality, the GLA easily wins. Yes, it looks dated, there's a mess of buttons on the center stack, and Command may not be the best infotainment system on the market, but compared to Lexus's remote touch interface, it's marvelous. The RTI system in the NX uses a touchpad on the center console similar to those found on a laptop computer. It's as precise and easy to use as a rocket launcher for ice sculpting. It may well be one of the worst user interfaces on the market, but at least Lexus has given me a few redundant controls like a volume and tuning knob, so I don't completely lose my mind trying to do a simple task like change the radio station.
Mercedes did a really good job of shrinking down the Mercedes experience into a smaller crossover, but it's still lacking a little bit of the refinement and quality we expect from the badge with the three-pointed star. There are some fit and finish issues, and I hate the fact that you can see the metal of the door frame from inside the car. On the other hand, the Lexus still feels and acts like a Lexus. It has excellent build quality with the exception of these exposed screws on the center console. And the way it drives just feels like a baby RX, and that's a good thing.
Lexus winning here doesn't come as much of a surprise. Although the brand may be new to small crossovers, for years they've been delivering near luxury premium vehicles at an affordable price.
For Mercedes-Benz in North America, this is a whole new game. And despite the GLA being a decent effort, it comes up a bit short, literally and figuratively.
But forget about the size difference for a second. Even if these two vehicles lined up inch per inch, the Lexus still gives you more for your money.